Hi, today I want to continue our conversation about ethics. Last time we talked about the three main concepts of ethics: the good, which is the end in itself, virtue, which is a means to the end, and happiness, which is the effect of possessing what we believe to be the good. Today I want to talk about theories that are loosely based off of those concepts. And the first theory, which I think should be the one we go with, is teleological ethics, where telos is the end, and the end or the goal is the end in itself, or the good, the summum bonum, the thing we choose for its own sake, not for the sake of anything else. Teleological ethics is kind of rare these days, but Plato and Aristotle seem to have been proponents of teleological ethics. If you want to know more about teleological ethical systems, I have a video on my YouTube channel on the topic. You can look it up. What is teleological ethics? The other two major theories are deontology and consequentialism. Deontology is the theory that the good or the driving concept of ethics is duty or virtue or doing the right thing. A lot of people may be drawn to this one. It could be they're drawn this way based on their personality. They desire righteousness. And so righteous-oriented people might be attracted to deontology. Immanuel Kant was a deontologist. Now, the problem with deontology is it makes duty the driving concept, the good, but oftentimes you can do your duty and not arrive at happiness. And it may be that the righteous person is never rewarded in this life, and the wicked person often does get happiness in this life. So Kant proposed there has to be an afterlife where justice and rewards and punishments are meted out, because it never happens in this life. So that's a problem with deontology. Also, what do we do when we have competing duties? So there are some issues with deontology. The major question though is duty the goal? Or is duty always relative to something else? Okay, the third major theoretical framework for ethics based on those concepts we mentioned is consequentialism, or the consequences of our action. And we should do those things which produce the maximum amount of pleasure, avoid those things that produce pain. And we could do this in an individual way, like ethical egoism, or we can do this in a collective way, like utilitarianism. But consequentialism makes happiness or pleasure the good or the goal. So we have to ask, can we pursue happiness or pleasure or comfort directly? Or is this something that's always fleeting and is the effect of possessing what we think is the good? So the reason we keep these concepts, the good, virtue, and happiness, in a related hierarchical order is because if we don't, they get confused and start to compete with one another in these different ethical theories. And these different ethical theories cause skepticism in the realm of ethics. So we have the competition now between deontology and consequentialism. And so we have all these crazy ethical problems, like the trolley problem. I'll let you Google that and look it up. I think we can avoid these problems by saying the ethical theory that we should go with is teleological. The good is the driving concept, and duty is relative to the good, and happiness is the effect of possessing what we believe is the good. And remember, we got here because we said ethics assumes choice assumes values, and values assumes a highest value, which is the summum bonum, or the good, the end in itself. So that should be the driving concept of ethics. All right, thanks, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.